It has now been 1 year since American journalist Evan Gershkovich was arrested in Russia on what the U.S. says are false charges. This was the front page of today's Wall Street Journal, where Gershkovich works. It features a large blank space under the headline, "His story should be here." Gershkovich is being held at a notorious Russian prison, and this week a Russian judge extended his detention for another 3 months. The Kremlin claims he was caught receiving secret information, but has yet to provide any evidence. The White House calls the charges ridiculous. My colleague Andrea Mitchell spoke with Evan's parents, who say they remain hopeful.
Evan is not here. It's been a year.
He spent all 4 seasons there. He spent his birthday and all the holidays.
No pessimism. Pessimism will kill all the hope.
So powerful to hear from them. NBC News Chief International Correspondent Keir Simmons joins me now. Keir, thank you so much for joining me. You just heard there from Evan Gershkovich's family. What are U.S. officials saying about his detention right now, Keir, and the prospects for getting him out?
Well, I think that, frankly, the quickest, perhaps most likely prospect is that there might be some kind of a swap, a prisoner swap, if you like. Now, even that is going to be extremely challenging because the person that it appears the Kremlin would like to see swapped, released, if you like, is a FSB officer who is in jail in Germany for murder. So it's in Germany because it's not something that the US has immediate kind of control over, if you like. That being said, the Biden administration releasing a statement, and I'll read some of it for you. As I have told Evan's parents, I will never give up hope either. We will continue working every day to secure his release. We will continue to denounce and impose costs for Russia's appalling attempts to use Americans as bargaining chips, and we will continue to stand strong against all those who seek to attack the press or target journalists, the pillars of free society. So that message from President Biden. But of course, the president faces some real challenges here, not least, and we've talked about it before, the ethical issue that when you agree to negotiate like this, do you encourage a country like Russia to try to arrest more Americans to be able to negotiate, come back and negotiate again?
Yeah, that is an ongoing challenge for this administration, so many administrations past. It's just devastating when you read the fact that a Russian judge has now extended his detention. What can you tell us about the actual status of his case?
Well, he's in pretrial detention, so he's not on trial. We don't even actually know, beyond espionage, what the details of the allegations are. Allegations, of course, as you say, that the Wall Street Journal, the US government and his friends and family absolutely, utterly deny. So he's being held in the Fortovo prison, which is a chilling place, frankly. It was a KGB prison, now in the FSB, which is the modern version of the KGB. So we know that much. We know that the U.S. ambassador has got some access to him. And I can tell you, too, that NBC News, as you know, continues to report from Russia. We have a incredible team in Moscow, and they did try to get access to the latest hearing, but were not given access. No media were. So the truth is that he could be held almost indefinitely in pre-trial detention, while the Russians give the impression that they are continuing to investigate.
Devastating from the perspective of his family and the journalism community, who is holding out hope that he will come home soon. Let me just zoom out a little bit here, and ask you about Vladimir Putin. You were just in Moscow for the quote-unquote elections there. Talk about his grip on power right now. Has it expanded at this moment? How would you assess that?
Well, I think, look, it's a country of 11 time zones. So inevitably, incredibly difficult, even if you travel to Moscow, to know the truth. And in some ways, we've kind of gone back, haven't we, to Soviet times, where, you know, it's very hard to read what's really going on, and consistently now Russia seems to be surprising us in terms of the events there. So there's that, but I can tell you that when you go to Moscow, as I do, there's a lot of military slogans around. The country is increasingly economically geared towards the military industry. President Putin's revisionist history, which he clearly believes, is also, as far as I can tell, believed by a lot of Russians, or at least ostensibly that is what they will tell you. Clearly there are also Russians opposed to President Putin, and then there are Russians who kind of just say nothing. Very difficult to judge. There's very little independent polling at all. But the reason why I mention all that, and I think it's important, as you say, with a wider lens, is that President Putin likely now has another 12 years ahead. We don't know. He just got elected in that so-called election for 6 more years. But beneath him are officials who will repeat what he says, and some of them at least, to be vehemently agreeing with the kinds of things he talks about. And then the Russian people many of them do appear to be very supportive of him, and to believe that, for example, America is trying to crush Russia, and that Russia has to fight back.
Well, your work in Moscow, it was just extraordinary, and so we so appreciate your perspective, Keir, this Good Friday. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Keir, as always. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.